The ancient Stoic philosophers provided profound insights about living a virtuous, meaningful life. Stoicism was founded in Greece around 300 BC and focused on cultivating wisdom, self-discipline, and inner tranquility through consciousness. The Stoics believed that happiness resulted from living morally and detaching from destructive emotions. The ancient Stoic philosophers provided profound insights about living a good life. Stoicism focused on cultivating wisdom, self-discipline, and inner tranquility through conscious choices. Although Stoicism originated over 2,300 years ago, its principles remain deeply relevant for finding fulfillment today. 1. Practice self-discipline over impulse. The Stoics preached mastery over destructive impulses and desires. Marcus Aurelius declared that true freedom comes from self-discipline, which enables focusing energy on lasting fulfillment rather than momentary urges. Developing habits of regular meditation, physical training, and moderating pleasure teaches emotional self-regulation. With self-discipline, you become the author of your actions, not a slave to each passing whim. For example, by avoiding overindulgence in food, drink, or leisure, you conserve willpower for meaningful pursuits like learning new skills. Practicing self-denial in small pleasures builds the capacity to handle more significant challenges. Self-discipline provides freedom and direction. 2. Choose resilience over fragility. View each difficulty as an opportunity to practice courage, patience, and perseverance. The Stoic philosopher Seneca counseled transforming obstacles into training for mental toughness, stating, "Difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body." Adopting a resilient mindset develops poise and composure to weather life's storms. Hardship becomes a gateway for growth, not destruction. For instance, being stuck in traffic or dealing with office politics frustrates many, but applying Stoic resilience turns adversity into a chance to showcase grace under pressure. With its lessons of mental fortitude, hardship holds less sway over your inner state. 3. Practice generosity over meanness. Treating others with active goodwill, kindness, and compassion aligns with Stoic emphasis on fellowship and virtuous action. Performing small acts of generosity develops empathy, dissolving artificial social barriers. It also brings its rewards of connection and kindness. 3. Practice generosity over meanness. Treating others with active goodwill, kindness, and compassion aligns with Stoic emphasis on fellowship and virtuous action. Performing small acts of generosity develops empathy, dissolving artificial social barriers. It also brings its rewards of connection and kindness. 5. Take positive action over passivity. Stoicism considers passivity and anxiety over external events as unwise. Focus solely on what is within your power to alter. Taking positive steps daily in service of goals, however small, prevents surrendering control of your. As Marcus Aurelius stated, waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one. For example, worrying endlessly about the economy, politics, or health hazards you can't control is fruitless. But you can control efforts to learn new skills, build community connections, or maintain physical fitness. Small positive actions compound over time into more significant results. Passivity drains agency. Positive action creates it. Choose presence over anxiety. Dwelling excessively on the past or future often generates needless anxiety. The Stoics practice immersing yourself fully in the present moment, in its opportunities, duties, and delights. As Seneca wrote, we suffer more from imagination than reality. Observing the present clears worry about what is beyond reach. For instance, on your commute home from work, focus intently on the car's movement, music, and changing sights. Anxiety about future events or meetings gets replaced by a whole sensory experience of the now. Practicing such mindfulness produces calm and insight. Each moment offers a chance to live deliberately. 7. Make learning a lifelong endeavor. Sharpening intellectual faculties and expanding knowledge were core Stoic pursuits, based on Socrates' maxim that the unexamined life is not worth living. Adopting an attitude of lifelong learning prevents mental stagnation and unwise certainty. It stimulates an expansive philosophical mindset. For example, learning a foreign language or studying physics sharpens cognition and pattern recognition. Reading history connects you with the vast sweep of human experience across millennia. Making learning habitual brings humility, exposing previous blindness and misconceptions. Our capacities are unknown. Continual learning reveals potential. 8. Choose purpose over drift. Identifying core passions and the highest potential provides direction and significance. As Marcus Aurelius stated, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Defining a worthy purpose centers your energy. Life without consistent direction loses meaning and fulfillment. For instance, frequently ask yourself what goals and legacy you want to work toward. What would give your time on Earth significance? Outlining clear aims and principles gives life shape and urgency. It prevents squandering your capabilities and drifting through days without intention. 9. Practice mindfulness over mindlessness. Cultivating mindfulness was central to the Stoic training regime. Learning to observe your thoughts and emotions with non-judgmental awareness reduces impulsive reactions. It provides perspective on mental processes and patterns. You gain insight into triggers for anger or craving without getting caught up in those states. For example, taking mindful walks focuses attention on sensory details, dissolving rumination. Meditation creates calmness by allowing thoughts to arise and pass without clinging. Mindfulness provides a refuge. Life becomes less overwhelmed. With wise awareness, you become an actor, not a puppet, in your inner theater. 10. Choose courage over cowardice. Finally, the Stoics counseled meeting difficulties and hardships head-on with courage rather than avoiding them. Fear often creates more suffering than external events themselves. Confronting struggles builds grit and agency. Courage makes worthy goals achievable. As Seneca wrote, sometimes even to live is an act of courage. For instance, we avoid asking for a raise, ending a relationship gone cold, or changing careers partly from fear. But tackling such challenges with courage closes the gap between your values and reality. Stoic courage celebrates rising strong after falls and continuing forward despite wounds. With courage, we claim authorship of our lives. The enduring value of Stoic choices. The ancient Stoics knew that a well-lived life rests on our daily choices. Their timeless framework of principles equips us to live with wisdom, purpose, and resilience despite uncertainty. Adopting even a few Stoic options creates positive ripple effects, inviting more virtue and tranquility. The payoff is a more enlightened existence of human flourishing. Case study: Stoicism in Sarah was a marketing executive who constantly stressed about work, family obligations, and her appearance. She worried about decisions for hours but took little action. Overwhelmed and anxious, life felt directionless. After studying Stoic philosophy, Sarah committed to implementing its teachings. She practiced patience when her children made messes, focusing on love, not anger. She did mindfulness meditation, noticing anxious thoughts but not engaging them. She identified core passions like education and climate action, then volunteered for related non-profits. This gave her days meaning and purpose. Sarah also made learning about art history a lifelong project to stimulate her mind. Within a year, Sarah became much calmer and more fulfilled. She created a life of intention and service by making Stoic choices to pursue virtue, excellence, and self-awareness. Practicing Stoicism gave Sarah the tools to overcome obstacles with courage and equanimity. As her daily actions aligned with her values, she became the author of her story. The enduring value and relevance of these Stoic choices is clear. The ancient Stoics provided a framework of timeless wisdom to live with purpose, virtue, and tranquility. Their insights on making choices that uplift ourselves and others remain helpful today. While some view Stoicism as archaic, its core principles align closely with modern psychology on healthy thinking patterns and living well. The 10 Stoic choices outlined here foster self-awareness, resilience, compassion, and eudaimonia, the sense of a life well lived. Hardship and uncertainty will always be with us. The Stoics knew this timeless truth. They showed that wisdom, justice, and self-mastery remain available to all who seek them. These principles provide sustenance and guidance through the fortunes of the ancient Stoics shine as exemplars of lives dedicated to humanity and growth. May we continue learning from their insights to live nobly. By making Stoic choices, we build lives of purpose and joy.